Welcome to episode 4. For this episode, I do have two plans to do. First one is to build a squid farm because, as you can see, this is going to take a lot of black concrete, and it's going to be a lot taller. The other thing is over here, and this spot here. I think I'm going to build like a little fishing pond with a river that flows down into here. And I'm going to start on the squid farm, which, off camera, I found a spot because all of this area here has small bits and pieces of river biome, but over here is pretty much the biggest spot for it. So I'm going to take out all the water here, at least probably for a good 50 blocks around, and build a squid farm here. So when I get to that, I gotta grab sand. Okay, I stopped at my base. I grabbed this shulker full of sand. I'm gonna use that to get all of this. And sleep. I'll explain the squid farm after I get all the water taken out, but I'm just gonna get to that. Okay, I put these smooth stone corners so that I know exactly what I gotta dig out so I can make the squid farm. Well, I decided to go back, switch out my sand, and grab a bunch of dirt and grass blocks. The lag didn't do that. But I'm just going to fill it all in with dirt and grass because the only part. I just feel it's kind of useless to waste all of my sand to dig it back up when I could just make it all flat one. So I'm going to get onto that. Took a little while, but I'm down to one layer of water for pretty much everything that's in visual sight. So all I got to go through, I used up all of my dirt to do this. So I'm going to take the grass blocks I have over here. I have some extra in here. And I'm going to make it all grass blocks. I got to go over to that right. Oh, let's fix that. I'll fill what I can in. Yeah, I'm going to fill this in too. After that, I can finally start on some sort of squid farm. I've got to take all of this stuff all the way down. I'm going to have big cliff faces. So, get there in a sec. Okay, finally got it all filled in, even all that over there. I'm not really going to go any further than this, because that should close off all the spawn spots for squid to just this area. So now I've got to become a ditch digger and dig everything out. Because I've got to go from this bottom layer, or from this top layer, down 20 blocks, I think, somewhere around there. And then I'll have a squid farm. So I'm going to get that dug, and then I'll explain the rest of the squid farm and how it works. I got rid of all the dirt in this area. I don't know what I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use, if I have enough, granite and andesite polished. as the outside uh, border for the farm. Once I get this down to, I'll be right back. I gotta look up the squid farm so I can explain it to you because I'm gonna use someone's design, and I'll leave the link to that design in the description. So give me just a few minutes. Okay, I went and watched the tutorial video on how to build this specific farm because I don't want to use the portal farm because that just seems like way too much work because then you got to build stuff in the nether and have it all connected. I'm too lazy to do that. But this one is a bit wood resource heavy because it uses columns of water to spawn squid because they can spawn in any kind of flowing water source. It doesn't have to actually be a water source. But that's also why I got rid of all this water around here, at least in the general vicinity, because in the squid spawn mechanics that I've looked up previously, when you're building a squid farm, you want to get rid of, I think it's anywhere of a 24 block radius of where your farm is at, any water in that area, so that squid can't farm and squid can't spawn words. And it's anywhere in water level. So from 63, I think is where I'm at, to like 45 or 48. I can't remember specifically. But I'm just going to do 63 to 50. So I'm going to hop back in my hole here, right here, and dig down to 50 and get rid of all of this. Hopefully I do want to put andesite and polished andesite and polished granite along the outside as my like little border. And then I'll use some glass for like walls and stuff. But other than that, I do need to go on a wood gathering thing to because it uses a lot of fence gates. So I'll get to that, and you guys, yeah, I'll leave the link to this video in the description so you guys can watch it if you want to use it. Seems like it'll work pretty well. It's pretty new, so I'm gonna get back into this, and I'll see you guys in an hour maybe, because I'm gonna, I don't know. Well, I dug a hole. A big old, if I can even walk backwards, a big old hole. Now I am 4 blocks below Y50, because I do need like a drop space so that I can actually collect the ink sacs and stuff like that. So now I need to grab a bunch of wood. Now I'm grabbing all this wood because I need a bunch of fence posts, fence gates, and a bunch of signs. So let's get to it. Yeah, I flew back over to my starter base because I just remembered I have this many stacks. I don't know how many that is. One, let me 7 stacks of logs that I can use to make a bunch of signs and fence gates. So I'm going to head back over and get this made. Actually, I think first thing before I do that is I should probably build my exterior. So I'm gonna go grab more glass. I'll be back as soon as I'm done with this because I gotta go from here all the way up. Okay, so I got the design done, at least for the inside portion. Next thing I need to do is make a bunch of signs and a bunch of, oh, what are they called? A bunch of fence gates. Yeah, it uses columns of water to spawn them in, and squid just can't, like, they, as soon as they exit a column of water, they just fall straight down. So hopefully it works better than I think it will. I'm gonna get all that stuff made real quick, and then I'll start putting it in. Don't question why I'm spinning around. I do love my designs though. So I've got a lot of this done. I have all of those fence gates in. I had to go collect more wood so I could make more fence gates because I ran out. And if you could see down there, I had to go get more wood also to get more, or to make more signs. Because I made a full, like a full stack in each recipe slot for signs, and that wasn't even enough. So I'm gonna finish putting these signs in, put the water in, put something, or put a retrieval system in the bottom with hopper minecart. So I finished up what I finished up putting, I finished up putting all of the fence gates in. Now, I just want to clarify. For some reason, I couldn't get the word fence gate to actually compute in my head quick enough to actually sound smooth. And right now, I'm just filling all of the empty spaces here to be water streams. Because that's how they spawn and fall to the bottom, which nothing's there. But squid do spawn at like a weird radius from the player. I think it's like 24 blocks from the player. So I'm gonna, after I get all this built, I've got to build a way up and down into there. And then I have to put together the hopper minecart system. Which, because I'm not gonna be using, what is it, magma blocks for it. I'm gonna be using half slabs so that nothing can spawn underneath there. Okay, so I have this finished. I'm gonna AFK this overnight just to see what kind of drops this thing gives me. But it already, while building it, I got all, let me head down to the storage space I set up. Down here, I got all of this. Just in the time building it. And that was just in the time of building the collection system with the hopper minecart. Because other than that, I was having too much trouble trying to, I was having too much trouble. I wasn't having any trouble. Can't remember why I don't know why I was saying that. But the one thing I do like about this farm is that it's both a squid farm and a salmon farm. So it's a food and ink sac farm. But I did try to do some extreme redstone here so that would like automatically stop it on the hoppers and or stop somewhere so that it drain into the hopper, and then once it's done draining it go back around, and that just didn't work out. So Gonna cross these three and then go back over. So I'm gonna AFK this overnight. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I do the pond river thing idea I have. Yeah. Okay, so I'm at the end of editing. Well, I'm in the middle of editing this video and I'm already up to 15 minutes. So I'm gonna cut this video short, I guess, because I planned on having the river slash pond build in this video, but it just be too long to have all of that in there. And yes, I'm in my redstone testing world because I didn't want to hop into the server just to do this little thing here. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a yeah, and bye.